100 metres, the caller is John Russell.
Scored nicely at Flemington last start, coming up towards the centre. Moves in now. And most of the field ready. Waiting only for Star of Marquee, Raja's Crown and Brig Bistro, who's now about to join the line. Wasn't a bad run second behind London Bridge at Flemington at his last start. Home Show's gone in. Home Show also destined for Launceston for the Cup over there. And the field just about ready here. Brig Bistro being led forward by the clerk of the course. Brig Bistro going in, Star of Marquee and Raja's Crown. And the field will soon be on their way. And this is the fifth of the day here. Punters well on the mark so far. Brig Bistro going in, Star of Marquee. Second from the outside, moves in, Raja's Crown. No, Star of Marquee backed out. And there's one a bit fidgety there. Copper where it is, settles again. Star of Marquee moves in this time. Gates are closed behind him. Last up, Raja's Crown. Ready for action. Standing by for a start. All set. Light on. Away. And Kara Karam jumps nicely to the inside, out quickly also towards the rails as Patriotic Star, and with it began well with Copper Wear and Kampala Chief, and down the outside Star of Marquee, Raja's Crown, both going fast, followed by Varro's Last, and back behind them is Larnook. Racing towards the turn into the straight now. Here's a keen tussle for the lead. Kara Karam on the inside, joined by Star of Marquee, and they go out of the straight together by a length to Copper Wear. Close in behind them, wide on the track is Raja's Crown. Over on the fences with it are getting a nice run. Kampala Chief is on the inside of London Bridge as they go by the 1600. Dropping in behind them, Stability, a length and a half to Larnook on the outside of Prodimus, being followed by Varro's Last, and then Valino. Home Shower second last, and last of all Brig Bistro. Into the back they race past the 1400. Kara Karam about 2 lengths clear, second, Star of Marquee. A length further back is with it a third, followed closely by Raja's Crown. In behind them Copperware being closely tailed up by Kampala Chief. 2 lengths to London Bridge on the outside of Patriotic Star. A length and a half further back, Stability, followed by Larnook and Prodimus in that bunch with Varro's Last. 2 lengths to Home Shower. Valino was second last, and Brig Bistro was last of all. They head down the hill, 1,000 metres left to run. This leader doing it well on the leaders, Kara Karam, about 2 lengths to Star of Marquee. A length away third, then is with it a length and a half, Raja's Crown, followed by Copperware, Kampala Chief, Patriotic Star. Dropping back onto the fence then is London Bridge, followed by Larnook, a length and a half, Stability, Varro's Last commencing a mover. And then there's a break to Home Show, followed next by Prodimus, Valino and Brig Bistro. They're racing up past the 600 metre mark, and Kara Karam still by a length and a quarter. Star of Marquee's on the outside of with it. Has had a beautiful run all the way. He's third on the rails as they round the turn. Wider on the track, Raja's Crown is joining in, and then Copperware and Kampala Chief, and further back is London Bridge pulled to the outside. He must be 6 lengths off the leader at the 300 metre mark, and Kara Karam is still in front of Raja's Crown down the outside. Star of Marquee is under heavy pressure. Wider on the track, Kampala Chief, but Kara Karam is still the leader on the outside. Raja's Crown is coming at him. Varro's Last from a long way back, and Patriotic Star is flying home. Raja's Crown takes the lead, but Patriotic Star is going home probably a shade the better. Patriotic Star or Raja's Crown as they hit it, and with it just behind them, followed further back by Kampala Chief and Copperware. They're all over the shop. Further back then is Kara Karam, and then Star of Marquee, Varro's Last. London Bridge didn't go on in the stretch, followed by Prodimus and Brig Bistro, and Home Show is next to finish, followed well back by Larnook and then Valino, and last of all Stability.
Welcome back to our Australian viewers around the country. Very tight finish there, photo finish. Those are the dividends for race 5 from Sandown, the Cadbury Schweppes handicap. Good result if you had the winner there. Bit of it with a few bob on number 2 placed horse there, Sonny.
I'm not a betting man, Tony, but it does look very attractive. The name, Raja's Crown.
The racecourse, there's the first meeting being held since a $4 million improvement. B2 for Dean Jones. Yes, $4 million of improvement by the Sydney Turf Club up there. We're going to take you there now for race 6. It's the Parramatta Cup, 2,000 metres, and your caller is Johnny Tuck.
Thanks, Richie. Yes, and free admission and free car parking has brought a crowd of 23,000 plus to Rose Hill today at the reopening of the new track. A day with plenty of atmosphere, plenty of excitement. Now, the steward's phone just rang. We might have a late scratching, have we?
No, John, because of the fact that the TAB tote has broken down here on course, Chief Steward John Schreck has delayed the running of this race for 2 or 3 minutes. He said, but just keep that to Sky and Channel 9 viewers.
Ah, golly. OK, this race is being delayed for 2 to 3 minutes. There's been a breakdown of the computer tote. And so we'll just have to sort out the situation here for Channel 9 viewers. We go back to Bill Laurie. And...
Welcome back to the Melbourne Cricket Ground. David Boone in tremendous form. It's like the way at the races. And at Rose Hill, race 6, the Parramatta Cup, over 2,000 metres. Your caller is Johnny Tapp.
OK, we're back to Rose Hill, and the flag in the air again, and most of the runners look to be in the gates. I think we're getting pretty close to a start now in the WD-40 Parramatta Cup. A full field. Oh no, there's one still out, is there? No Tolerance, yeah. Number 15, No Tolerance, is still out of line and looks to be the only one out. The rider, in fact, Alan Thompson, is out of the saddle. They might even be making a gear adjustment or have done that. There's Thompson being legged back on board. No Tolerance is now moving up. He'll be the last to go in. And at any second, the flag will be lowered and they'll be off in the WD-40 Parramatta Cup. Moville Peters, the horse I like, a bushy, trained at Orange, got a great record in a very tenacious and genuine little racehorse. He's a very strong finisher. The faster they go in the race, the better he likes it. Flags down. They're off in the WD-40 Parramatta Cup, and here they come racing into view. And there's a swarm of early leaders with Dixon Street now crossing them to take over the running from Chimes Am and Garfunkel. Dropping into the rails right behind them, Bambola, followed by Thrifty Reserve. Close handy then is Civil Law, and out very deep in the early part is Yarra Bay as they make their way down past the 1,600 metres mark where nobody's desperate to be in front. Yarra Bay crossing took over now to lead Dixon Street, whose rider's lost his cap. Garfunkel running third, and then Thrifty Reserve, Chimes Am pulling hard, followed by Civil Law at the 1,400 mark. A length and a half further back, Bambola on the inside of Lovelock, and then Lead Me On. Further back as they head down the back, Mr. Eurostar, followed by Moville Peter, No Tolerance, and then Mighty Panache and well back Galleon's Gem and Regal Demand last as they go down the back to the 1,100 mark, and Yarra Bay is the pilot. Garfunkel getting to second, Dixon Street third, Chimes Am fourth on the inside of Thrifty Reserve, followed by Civil Law, then Bambola on the fence, a length away Lovelock, a length Lead Me On, then Mr. Eurostar already under plenty of pressure, Moville Peters well back in the field, then Regal Demand, followed by Mighty Panache, No Tolerance second last, and Galleon's Gem last, under pressure as they go by the 800 mark, and Yarra Bay in front, led by a length to Garfunkel, 2 to Chimes Am, followed by Dixon Street, and then Civil Law 3 deep, Thrifty Reserve under some pressure now. They're packing tightly. On the fence, Bambola, followed by Lovelock, Lead Me On, Mr. Eurostar. Moville Peter on the fence is strung up for a run as they come around the corner. Into the straight, Yarra Bay, the leader over Garfunkel and Chimes Am. Then Dixon Street, followed by Bambola, who's shunting into the clear. Moville Peters on the fence behind a wall of horses, and then Civil Law at the 200 mark. Yarra Bay still in front. Chimes Am getting a rails run. Garfunkel is there. Bambola joining in. Moville Peter looking for a split. They're all over the shop with Chimes Am bursting through on the fence, put his head in front of Garfunkel. Garfunkel is lunging at Chimes Am. They split the line, or there's nothing in it right on the line. Garfunkel and Chimes Am in a thriller in the Parramatta Cup. Now third involving Mr. Eurostar, Moville Peter, Civil Law close up with Yarra Bay, followed by Regal Demand, and then Lead Me On, Thrifty Reserve, Lovelock, Bambola, followed by Dixon Street, No Tolerance, and well back Mighty Panache and Galleon's Gem. Very close, right on the line. Those horses, Garfunkel and Chimes Am, looked to bump right on the line. They dead set looked to bump in the last stride of the race, and I don't know whether it was Chimes Am coming out or the other one going in. Gee, it's tight. You're pretty well obliged to go for the outside horse here. Number 8, Garfunkel, maybe $5.20 and $2, but there's a lip in it. The other one, Chimes Am, is showing $10 and $3.30, and rocketing home Mr. Eurostar. He'll get third, which is number 7, a place tote of $2.70 as we return to the cricket.
Welcome back to the MCG. Varney to Dean Jones. We've been a photo of that very close finish At Rose Hill, race 6, the Parramatta Cup. Meanwhile, it's 1 for 100 in the 26th over. Very good performance by David Boone. Getting good support now from Dean Jones. Good run rate. 1,200 metres. Your call is John Russell.
A little bit further, went about 100 metres or so. Set the theme. Quick break before they're set in the 7th of the day. Huh?
I wouldn't mind buying real estate from you. 100 metres.
In the last match, made 12th man. He loves this Melbourne pitch. Photographs from that. Looking for the run out.
Ready to go. Set the theme in position. Stand by for a start. Second last of the day here at Sandown. They're all ready. Line is good. Rose of Demas the inside. They're off, and Rose of Demas was the first to jump out from Acid Lee, and Proud Cell got out well with On Bolera, and dropping in behind them over on the outside, Piave Girl being followed by Set the Theme and Hot Set, and Darling is back along the inside, followed by Polar Misses racing deep with Industrial Diamond. Ben Barra Queen at the head of the others, and they're followed by Bit of Hope, Mystique Aura, Dawn Express a long way back with Gay Gemma, and Harper's Am is a long last. Down the hill they travel past the 800 On Bolera on the inside and Hot Set together, and they're going hard in the leader. A length and a half to Silk Shillelagh on the outside of Rose of Demas, followed by Piave Girl, Proud Cell, Industrial Diamond, Ben Barra Queen next off the track then. At the head of the others came Polo Miss, followed by Set the Theme, a length and a half to Darling, who's a long way back with Mystique Aura, and Acid Lee is well back with Ben Barra Queen as they straighten up. 450 to go. Hot Set on the outside, On Bolera together. About 2 lengths to Silk Shillelagh, a good long gap to Proud Cell. They're followed by Piave Girl, Rose of Demas, Set the Theme, and down the outside Polo Miss, followed by Industrial Diamond, and Darling a long way back as they come down past the 200. On Bolera tackled by Hot Set, and here comes Acid Lee unwinding a very strong runner. Acid Lee's the danger, and Darling is flying on the outside. Acid Lee in front of Darling, close to home they hit it. Oh, bobbing finish here. Acid Lee and Darling, they hit it locked together. Just ahead of On Bolera, followed by Hot Set, and over on the outside Dawn Express, and back behind the Mystique Aura, Silk Shillelagh. Polo Miss further back then came Make-up Lady, followed by Bit of Hope, and well back to Rose of Demas, followed by Harper's Am, and Industrial Diamond is a long way back in the field, and also well back behind them. Then at the head of the rest of them would be Gay Gem.
Welcome back to the MCG, 1 for 116. Well, Darling finished like a champion then to win. Acid Lee in a great finish. Sandown. Conditions perfect for sport in Melbourne today. Mohammed Azharuddin coming back onto the field all the way around, so they have to go over the top. They want to get the boundaries now, and I think that's good captaincy at this stage. It's well placed, just a single. Just a reminder for Melbourne viewers, they'll be leaving us at the end of this over.
Card highlighted by the $60,000 Rubiton Stakes over 1,000 metres. Here's Brian Martin's call of the closing stages.
Mavone, the leader on the bend, raced out 2 lengths in front. Riddell the second when they turned for home, and then further back Sonic Express. Northern Bisque ran off the track. Mavone in front of the 350 metre mark from old Ridelva up second. Then Sonic Express starting to come home well. Umatilla struggling from Storaya and Musical Spry. Mavone in front. On the outside, Sonic Express. Then Ridelva starting to peg her back. It's still Mavone in front with 100 to go. Sonic Express, Umatilla coming home very hard out wide. Mavone, the filly still in front. Umatilla lunging on the outside. Mavone just in front. Mavone.
Yes, Mavone beating Umatilla by a neck in a time of 56.1. Now let's check the doubles and quaddies. The extra double for 5 and 11 paid $24.80. The daily double return $172.10 for 12 and 2. The quadrilla combination of 8, double 7 and 2 paid $6,983.70. And you collected a handsome quad extra of $33,051.60 for the numbers 12, 7 and a pair of 2s. And Olympic bronze medalist Rob Woodhouse has won the open section of today's Portsea Swim Classic. As Diana King reports, more than 2,000 swimmers took part in the annual event.
Swimmers enjoyed perfect where front-running 3-year-old filly Mavone led from start to finish in today's feature race, the Rubiton Stakes. Now the results, and in the first start win for Freedman-trained 2-year-old Kashaf held off a battling Mukhtar up the straight. In the welter, Pelagic got up for Greg Hall, the heavily backed favourite in from 9 to 2. And it was Hall again on board Dapper's Hope, coming off a spell, a very classy win. Now, here are the replays. Clem Dimsey, the caller.
Terrari the inside, holding Rags No More. My Brilliant Star starting to run on. Terrari in front. Now on the outside, My Brilliant Star coming after Terrari. But Terrari's going to hold on and score by a half length. Second, My Brilliant Star. Rags No More third.
Terrari well backed on course, in from 12s, a canny ride from Harry White. Regal Sea was a major flop. Here's the fifth.
200 Kara Koram, grabbed by Raja's Crown on the outside, is running on strongly. Raja's Crown on the outside, grabbed the lead from Kara Koram. Here's Patriotic Star down the outside, charging home. Patriotic Star coming home late, didn't quite get there. Didn't quite get there on the line. And
well, it did in the end. A rattling run from Patriotic Star, pinched it from Raja's Crown, and a very handy trifecta. Now to 6.
Mavournay in front, on the outside, Sonic Express trying hard. Mavournay linked into half clear of Sonic Express. Umatilla coming home late, but Mavournay holding on, and Mavournay's won from Umatilla on the outside. Sonic Express third.
Well, they couldn't catch her. A big step up in class today, but that's 3 in a row for Mavournay, well supported in the ABC newsroom. Here's the 7th.
On the outside, and they're followed by Darling coming from a long way back. And Asset-Lee driving through in the centre. Asset-Lee coming home hard, grabbed the lead. Darling swamping them on the outside. Darling going 2 to its 1. Darling might have got up from Asset-Lee, but it is very tight. Close for third on.
Well, Darling seems to love the big finish, getting up at 7s in a first start at Sandown. And in the final race, Angel Baby held on to beat the favourite, Lady Purpose. The daily double for 12 and 2 paid $172. The extra double, $24.80. The quaddie for 8,772, almost $7,000. The quad extra, upwards of $33,000. And the straight 6 jackpots. And for tonight, Paul, that's all in sport.
Okay, Angus, I gather you had a win today by that comment.
Mavournay, yes, very happy winner, yes.
Okay,
It was
fine. Big dinner tonight, perhaps.
Okay. Well, a superb afternoon for watching the tennis or the cricket or the races, anything that involved getting out of the house. The cloud broke up by midday over most of the state, with temperatures then reaching as high as 27 at a number of northern and western spots, as you'll see on our map.